Hi, this is Lynn, and welcome to another Persuasion Byte. Bite-sized tips on persuasion that you can use right away. Sometimes the way to be more persuasive is actually to speak up, then shut up. Let me give you an example that happened to me this week. I went to a National Speakers Association of Illinois chapter session on storytelling, which was being taught by an expert named Rob Biesenbach. And at one point, Rob explained that when you're meeting somebody for the first time, it helps to give them a quick sentence on who you are and what you do. And he asked us as a group to share the ones that we used. And even a group of speakers who talk for a living, crickets. We were all afraid to share something because we were afraid that we'd be judged. And so, knowing what it's like to have a speaker call for volunteers and have nobody show up, I raised my hand. And I stood up and said, I specialize in fast-tracking women leaders in male-dominated fields. My name is Lynn Franklin. And fortunately for me, I got good feedback on that. And a little while later, Rob explained that what we do after we share that sentence is we tell a quick story that explains what it is that means. And once again, called for volunteers, and once again, got fearful people who didn't want to mess up in front of other professional speakers. And so I thought, okay, let me give it a go. And so stood up and said, I specialize in fast-tracking women leaders in male-dominated fields. My name is Lynn Franklin, and here's an example. A CEO needed to present her ideas to a board, her private equity board, on giving her money to make an acquisition. But the problem was the company wasn't profitable now, so why should private equity people who are really focused on money give her more? We created a presentation that addressed all of the possible objections that her board might have. Answered them in her presentation. Then we created all of the horrible questions she might get asked and what her answers should be to these. And we practiced both so much that by the time it was meeting day, it was almost a non-event for her. She went in, she gave her presentation, she answered the questions, they asked her to step out. 15 minutes later, they brought her back in and they gave her the dough. That's what I do. I use communication to help people solve their problems and get what they want. And then I got a gift. Two speakers who had listened to me stepped up and each gave me a great nugget. The first one said, if you had fleshed out the character of this CEO, it would have made a more emotional connection. If you talked about how she was afraid that they wouldn't give her the money for this acquisition, or if you talked about how she was afraid that she wouldn't be perceived as a good leader, then I could have connected with her more. And he was absolutely right. And then another speaker said, and if you had ended it with how this had transformed the future presentations that she'd made, such as now she automatically put every objection into her presentations and practiced her Q&As, so she got the board to agree to more things and to see her as a stronger leader of the company. And I thought, this is wonderful. When I stand up and give a comment, I need to make sure that I'm not so stuck in being right that I can't learn how to make something better. That's my invitation to you this week. Number one, choose to speak up because you can get good information from it and you can learn and do a better job. It's all out there. The universe is ready to support us. And when you do these things, when you speak up, then shut up, you can become the most persuasive person in the room. Thanks for watching.